It is me, Mikey Pipes. I got my Dunkin' Donuts large iced coffee, milk and sugar. Godzilla got his core water. And we are in Queens looking for this next job. The job complaint is heat leaking from vents. Interesting. Can I get in this spot right there?
For sure.
For sure. What's interesting about New York City is that when you work on HVAC equipment in New York City, your licensed master plumber license doesn't apply. You need to be a licensed home improvement contractor in New York City, which is governed by New York City Department of Consumer Affairs. So I don't know what exactly heat leaking from vents means, but we're here. But real quick, watch this video real quick. We got some gifts this morning from Amazon from a fellow subscriber. So thank you very much. Watch this little clip right here. Godzilla.
What's up? Morning.
And Mike.
Good morning.
What's going on, guys? Good morning. It's Friday morning. And look what came in the mail yesterday. You know that Mikey Pipes has made it when Amazon delivers packages to Mikey Pipes. Look at that. What did we get today? Steven, here, let's do the honors.
All right.
Let's see what's in this package. Ooh. Gerber.
Oh.
Clip folding utility knife. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you so much. Look at this. This is cool.
I could use
one
one of
for
those.
You, one for you.
Thank you, sir.
And one for me. And we have a backup for Kelvin. If you ever come, Kelvin, where the fuck are you? That's for Kelvin. Now. Ooh, what could be in here? Let's see. Wow. It's like, I feel like it's Christmas Day.
Yeah, right.
This is some kind of wrench. It is a wrench. It's a pipe wrench. Let's see. Oh. Hold on. Let's take this off. What is this? All right.
It's a channel wrench.
How the fuck does it work?
Yep.
Like that? It's made in Spain.
Oh, fancy.
Ooh.
Oh, shit.
Hold on.
Sticker.
Like a shotty. I don't know. Thank you so much. I don't know how we're going to use this, but we'll figure it out. Right, Godzilla?
Yes, sir.
Hey, it's got a... That is pretty cool. It's made by Baco. Like a fish. Oh, isn't it like bacala? What is a fish in Spanish? How do you say fish?
Bacalao is a kind of fish.
So maybe that's a kind of fish. It's like a fish hook.
Maybe.
It's made in Spain, so it's definitely Latin.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Huh. Well, thank you very much. Happy Friday. I gotta tell you, you need a knife to open this up. Look at this. We're all struggling with this.
Mine is done.
You got it?
Yeah.
Godzilla.
Thank you, son.
Wow, look at that. Hold on. Ooh, it's cute. Gerber. Hold on. Wow, a little baby knife. Look at that. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. I forgot who sent this to me, but he commented yesterday.
He commented. He was like, "You got a package."
Yeah, it's very nice. Thank you. Much appreciated. They don't shovel sidewalks on Long Island, but they sure do in Queens. All right, let's go say hi. Oh, we're going down there. Hi, good morning. Oh, we got a spot like, I don't know, maybe, yeah, that's all right. I got a long truck. Call it a warehouse on wheels. A lot of water in the place. Oh, I got some smell.
Oh no, is that a main valve?
This one.
Yeah.
That's what water leaking from vents mean. I mean heat leaking from vent. That's your steam main.
So I changed it yesterday because I had this one here. So I'm like, all right, let me try to do some of my own plumbing.
Hoffman. Gordon 1A, yeah. So if that's leaking water, then your wet... what is up with this? This trap. If that's leaking water, the water's not making its way back to the boiler. Make sense?
Yeah.
Let's close the door because it's cold. Huh. All right. Let's see.
You're Godzilla, huh?
Yeah, that's me.
I copy you guys on the YouTube.
You're a subscriber.
Yeah.
Excellent. We'll make a video for you for this too. All right. Let's see the boiler.
Okay. Right back here.
All right. Well, McLean.
Yeah, I've got light here.
Copper header. Gotta love it. And let's see if I can get the wet return. There's the wet return, which goes that way. All right, let's go see where that goes.
It's only taken a while, for a very long time with the old one.
Okay.
It was like, you know, a good amount of drips, you know, fill the bucket like a 1/4 inch or whatever.
Where does the wet return go?
Then when I changed it, I just, you know, I gotta hook it up.
It's gone. What is this? No, this is it. And then it goes up. That is the return. And this is the problem. The problem is that the piping is pitched upwards, looks like. It looks like.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Or no, actually it's downwards. The piping is pitched downwards to this point here, then goes here. The problem is this line, you're creating a trap. And I know why they did it this way, because there's a doorway here, and you don't want to have the pipe, you know, here, or let's say here, for example, right? This is the problem. Yeah, this trap.
Gotcha.
And it's probably clogged up. And if you look at the top or the bottom of this would be called like the weir of a trap and like in a drain system. So this point right here is almost in line there. So this main air valve is constantly struggling not to let out water because it's up to this point right now, right? And if this gets clogged, which what it sounds like it is, all the water is going to come out of there because there's no other place to go.
Oh, okay.
Now, what we could try to do, again, I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel here, what we could try to do is raise the height of the main steam air valve higher to try to compensate for this, but this really should be brought down. It really should. But then you're going to have the pipe here. You know, you'll have to duck under it, which means you'd have to lower this whole line down, which drops down behind the stairs and then follows the foundation wall, goes to the back of the boiler. It's annoying. Yeah. You know, there's a right way of doing it, and there's...
I always like to choose the right way, but the right way does inconvenient here.
It is. It is. Alternatively, what we could do, you know, I'm not saying we're going to do it now or today, and I know it's still an inconvenience. If we drop this down to the ground and hug the floor, and we connect to where it now goes, and it hugs the floor over there. Basically bringing all of this down to the floor, hugging the perimeter, and connecting there. Then at least, you know, you step over it, like you step over this lip right here.
Yeah.
But for the time being, let's see if we can try to flushing it out. And what that means is on the boiler, if we have the valve there, great. If we don't, we'll add in a T and a valve, and we take water pressure, like from a water heater or from a faucet, what have you, and try to force water through here. The only drawback with that is, like, we'll take this out and we're going to try to collect the water, hook up a hose or something to that, and let it go into a bucket. But you also risk water going into here, and this piping is old.
Yeah.
So you really don't want to, like, try to disturb it too much, because normally when wet returns are clogged, and there aren't valves in place, let's say this dropped down to the ground and this line is clogged, right? There's a valve here and then a T with another valve, a drain, and that way we can flush from this direction or from that direction. And it isolates all the steam piping.
Okay.
Make sense?
Sort of, yeah.
So that's what we can do. All right. I came up with a temporary solution. we're gonna put in a valve on that wet return behind the boiler. And I'm gonna cut that trap that they made in the end or the beginning of the wet return. And we're gonna flush out that line. I had to park down the block because one of the cons about working in the city in Queens, no parking. Really sucks. So, all right, we'll get some video of this. Stay tuned. So I gotta clean off the snot on there. I'm gonna put on an 1.25 inch valve right there, because there is my cold water boiler feed. Well, the boiler feed actually. I don't know if it's cold or not. Let's see. Now it's hot water. And put a valve right there. This is not gonna be fun. Good old scratchy paper. Come on. I'm gonna have to get on top of this boiler.
Yeah, so it says it's pretty awkward here, right?
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna be laying on top of this boiler to try to solder this new valve on. But she's clean. Got a little snot there. I'll hit that up with the torch.
Alright, y'all, you guys do it?
Yeah, Godzilla. Watch me lay on top of this boiler.
Plumber's gotta do what a plumber's gotta do. Watch your head.
A lot of snot on there. Now I gotta get a piece of pipe. Suck out of some of the water out of the return. Let me show you guys a trick. Watch this. See how I got water? Hold on. See how I got water in there? Like that. Right. Take the pipe, put your finger on it, use that. See? Nice little Mikey pipes trick. And now my water level's low enough where I can solder a new valve. Can I get a fork for?
Got.
Right here. There you go. Can I get your? Are you still recording this?
Yep.
Can I get it for a second?
Sure.
Guys, not so bad, considering I'm upside down like a contortionist hugging this Whale McLean. I don't know, I must have a fetish for Whale McLean boilers because this is day 2 of hugging boilers. But I think this mom is hugging me. Oh God, but I got it. Oh. All right, so right now, I'm adding water back to the boiler. And once I get about halfway, I'm gonna close the valve I just installed. See how dirty that is, right? Yeah, well, no one's been taking care of this boiler. So let's go right around 3, maybe 5/8 full, right around there. Now, I'm gonna close this valve like that. Here comes the water, Steven. Tell me when. I got Steven on the other side with a bucket, and we're gonna flush out this wet return. You got water yet?
Yeah, I'm getting it. And it said it's dropping.
What's dropping? Yeah, because it's weighing down. Let's go take a look. How filthy is this?
It's filthy as fuck. You see some shit.
Oh yeah. All right. So let me keep adding more water. I'm gonna dump this out in the street. Look at that nastiness.
I don't even want chocolate milk anymore.
Chocolate milk. Oh, there's the sludge.
Yeah.
Right there. All right. Let's do that a couple more times, and then put it back together. All these naysayers out there. Mikey Pipes doesn't deburr the pipes. I say hogwash. Don't you know I'm a celebrity plumber? Don't you know?
You get stopped in the streets.
Oh my God! I'm surprised we didn't get stopped on the walk to the truck half a block.
I mean, we came to a subscriber's house.
And we did. We are at a
You know what I'm
subscriber's house.
saying?
Yes, that is pretty cool. You know,
Levels to this shit.
nice and clean, deburred, deburred. Now, I'm gonna take some more of that flux. Yes, I already soldered that, by the way.
Yep.
I mean, I fluxed that already. Okay. Now she's in. We're gonna end up blowing that down a little bit on the other side.
For sure.
And that's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you solder. The flame opposite the solder. And you heat up the whole fitting. If I'm doing something like this coupling, and notice I went from left to right, heating up the entire fitting at the same time. And I did one real quick, the next, voila, done, finito. All right, now we're gonna do some maintenance on this boiler. She needs it. All right, so we eliminated that trap, that condensate trap. And sure enough, the steam main air valve is leaking steam. It's been compromised. And as a precaution, I'm raising the elevation of the new steam main, the 1A, number 1, whatever you want to call it. And I'm doing that by adding a nipple and this union to do that, because I can't spin. You can see I can't spin it up there. Took apart the pigtail, and she was dirty. How long have you been a subscriber for?
I started watching you guys last week.
Oh yeah?
During the blow up.
So you know about the giveaway?
Yeah. Yes, I saw y'all about the Milwaukee wrench.
Yeah.
But I never,
You don't know all the things we're giving away.
No.
Should I tell you?
Yeah.
You can actually pick today's gift.
Yeah.
So there was this tool bag, this Vito Pro Pack XL. That was yesterday. We give away some merchandise, hats and T-shirts, stuff like that. Those cool pliers. That was the day before yesterday. What else? We have the Milwaukee M12 inflator. We have a day ride along with me, which is actually popular demand.
Yeah.
What else? $200 cash one day. And then what else?
2 days of merch.
2 days of merch. No, but we're missing something. The inflator, the Milwaukee adjustable wrench we had. So we already did two days of merch already, right? One day.
Yeah.
What was the first day?
First day was the cheater wrench.
The cheater wrench.
Cheater wrench, then merch.
Then merch.
Then came.
Then the Kipix.
Yeah, the Nipex. Then yesterday was
And then the tool bag. So what's left? The inflator, cash, ride along, swag. And there's one more missing.
It's 2 swags.
Yeah, we already gave one away. There's 2 days of swags. We're missing
No,
something.
we didn't. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be 3 swags.
So you pick. What should today's giveaway be?
Or you can add a boiler plan.
Oh, that's one. Yeah, the treatment.
Oh, there's one free service
one
call.
free service
Yes.
call.
So what do you think? Today should be one free service call for some lucky.
Somebody, yeah.
All right, you heard it, guys. Today's giveaway.
Yep.
According to this homeowner in Queens Village, today's giveaway will be one free service call, which equals 1 hour of labor. And if there's some material involved, I'll cover it. Mikey Pipes will cover it. That's what I said, right?
Yeah.
There you go. Not for you, though.
No.
All right, let's put this back together. No, go ahead. What'd you say?
No, I like the live stream thing that you did. I was saying maybe you should start announcing it like that, and then
Yes.
have
So I'm going to do that.
have people
And
subscribe.
the problem with the live stream and not announcing it, like if more people had post notifications on, then it would have been more than 99 people that joined last night.
Yeah, but-
It was a lot of fun, though. Almost 28 minutes.
Good.
I think 25 minutes. It was nice.
But those are the ones that are winning.
Exactly. But how cool is it that this client now picked today's giveaway,
Yeah.
which is a free service call? Not for him, though. Yeah, all right. Steven's cleaning off the layers and layers of Blue Monster on there using the wire brush. All right. There you go. Back and forth, you'll get it. And then, because you don't want to do that, because this is what happened here. You know, every time this was taken apart, they just put some more and more Blue Monster on it. And now I'm taking off. Look at this. Years of Blue Monster. Yeah, I'm gonna say like, oh, you're a slob. I'm not gonna mention who's the sloppiest YouTube plumber. One with no name. It looks like they were smoking PVC.
Yep.
A.O. Smith. All right, so see this? The commercial grade. This is not from Lowe's. Lowe's sells Signature, by the way. And I don't install Signature. I install commercial grade Pro line. Professional line. Are you good with that? You done finger effing that thing? Stop finger effing that thing.
Listen, that's what I'm good at.
Oh, you hear that, ladies?
Not for this
You
channel.
hear that, ladies?
Fucking thing. There we go.
Excellent. Hold on, believe me. We'll give you the Teflon. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. We got to make you some merch.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Now, I
yesterday.
really would like to see a Godzilla and with a saying on it that says "Lefty loosey, righty tighty." What do you think? Would you? What,
cool with that.
it's your call though.
Can he kind of like, you know, I was thinking about it, and I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know what kind of what kind of Godzilla I want, you know?
Well,
Like there's so many Godzillas out there. The new one.
oh, you talk about what does it look like?
Yeah,
So
what's
go
that
on your
character
phone
look
right
like?
now and Google Godzilla. Let's see what it looks like. See, I'm thinking like that.
Like this guy?
Yeah,
I'm cool with
that looks like you.
Looks like me.
Or I like that one. We gotta give you like a pipe wrench in your hand.
All right.
Right, and below that it'll say lefty loosey, righty tighty.
I'm with that.
Listen, if there's any artists out there, I would like someone to make that, something like that, draw it like a nice drawing, like a comic drawing, but nice and proper, like the Mikey Pipes one that I have, right? Draw that, and it's got to say lefty loosey, righty tighty. For my steam boiler treatments, if I'm doing a annual routine maintenance, I add Surgex. Normally somewhere like this or somewhere else where I could just dump it in, and then we'll take the wire brush and clean off all of the old Teflon here and put new Teflon there. All right, make it nice. You know, they're paying you for your professionalism. Do the right thing. All right, throw some Teflon on there and reattach that relief valve. We're also going to add a drip leg to this since they're missing that. Point that. I'm going to point that right towards the back. And then I'm going to add a nipple and an elbow and length of pipe and bring that down. All right, the job isn't complete until we do a combustion analysis. We're going to add a drip leg there. As you can see, there's my male adapter. For all you drip leg supporters out there, I got the probe up in there. That's where it belongs, guys. And I'm going to watch this quickly. If I see a high spike in carbon monoxide, I'm going to pull it out rapidly. All right, so far, I think we're good so far. It does take about 5 minutes. So as you can see, our stack temperature is 352 degrees and climbing. That'll probably settle around 400 degrees, maybe 425. My O2 is at 7.2%. That's good. I like to see between 5 and 9. I think it's 5.5 to 8.5, somewhere around there. There's an acceptable range. ppm of CO, that's particles per million of carbon monoxide. We're at 11. I like to see anything under 50 as acceptable, close to 0 as possible. You have carbon monoxide being produced by any fuel burning appliances when you have, do you know the answer, Stephen? What is the cause of carbon monoxide on a fuel burning appliance? Incomplete combustion. Close. So, is it really? Okay, let's go check out the leak that we have. All right, take 2. Stack temperature is pretty high. O2 6.6%, which is good. Carbon monoxide is climbing. And efficiency right now is 80.8%, so 80 cents of every dollar is used to heat the house. But when you have rust like that on the inside of your diverter, then you have a cracked heat exchanger. And if I were to fill up this boiler to the top, you would have water coming out of the bottom of it. So in the near future, this boiler will be replaced. Clipboard that.
Okay. Sorry,
No, you're not interrupting. You're paying me. You know what? You do have a boiler that has a cracked heat exchanger. What that means is, what you see under this cover, under this bluish box, is a fairly large piece of cast iron sections that are pushed together, and we'll call that the heat exchanger. So at the bottom of this basically big giant cast iron pot is the flame, which we call the combustion chamber, which was all those tubes that we took out, right? And the gas ignites, and the heat and the heat from the flame goes in between each of these cast iron sections. And this boiler probably weighs about 450, 500 pounds, right? Because each section, each one of the 5 sections there weighs close to, if not over 100 pounds each.
Yep.
And they're all sandwiched together, and the heat will pass through the middle, where they're sandwiched together. And inside this is hollow, and that's where the water is. And the sight glass right here, so inside there's water up to this point inside the boiler. That's what the sight glass is for, to tell us how much water is inside this boiler. And above that's where it generates steam. And it connects to the piping right here.
Okay.
Right? So if I were to, if I take educational stuff, you can refer to this, but you can see inside. Not that much, because you'll see this section, or that if you put a camera there, you can even see. So what's happening with this boiler now is that you have rust here. Why do you have rust inside there? Because water is leaving, or steam is leaving.
Got it.
Which means you have a hole above the water line. Because think about it, if the hole was below the water line, it'd be leaking out water constantly.
Yep.
And I'm not going to push fate here by raising the height of the height of the water to the top, because then you'll have water coming out, and it's going to accelerate the wear and tear process. But in the near future, which maybe be over the summer,
yep,
or before next year, or maybe a few years from now, because it can go like this for quite some time, to the point where more steam is going up the chimney than going into your house. Or, the steam is dripping out, is leaving, and it's dripping, water's dripping, and then it's going to start killing the pilot. You'll be relaying the pilot over and over and over again.
Got it.
And all those burner tubes are going to start to rust up. So right now you're at the beginning of it, because all the burner tubes were pretty clean, right?
Yep.
There was no rust on them. It's all of them. Like you see some of my videos, they're rusted because water's been dripping on them.
Got it.
Make sense?
Yeah, but is that steam?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, as you can see, the boiler just kicked back on again.
Yep.
Because it made pressure, right? Because the new pressure control, and then it turned back on once the pressure dissipated. So if I open this up, you'll have very little pressure. Well, there's a lot of pressure there. We have to adjust this a little bit more, but the pressure control turned off the boiler, and then it used some of that pressure, and then it turned it back on again.
Got it.
Let me adjust this.
So that means there's no more heat going to it.
Correct.
Just line up again. Okay.
Correct. Until the pressure is better.
So how long do you think I have with this boiler?
That's a tough question.
Even your aggressive guess.
Realistically, you need to stop adding water, or stop, because you're topping it off every few days.
Yeah.
What you need to do, and this will answer your question, because you're adding water to constantly maintain a water level, right, of halfway, three quarters.
Yeah.
But if you stop doing that, and you run it until it needs water, when that low water light comes on, that will tell you how soon you're going to be replacing it. So how far in the future you're going to be replacing it.
Got it.
If you don't add water for like a week, right, you got yourself maybe another season.
Yep.
Forget about this year, which is already February, but you may have next year.
Yep.
But if you're adding water 3-4 times a week,
Yeah,
over the summer, you're going to want to take advantage of nice warm weather, and maybe in September, October. The hardest part with this house is you have no access to the backyard. You have to go through the driveway, through that door. It's a hard job.
It is.
And you have a boiler that's oversized for the house. This is a fairly large boiler. You're going to get one that's smaller in capacity.
Small in size.
Yes.
Okay.
And capacity. Physical size is different.
Okay.
So capacity beats use. When the time comes, we'll measure how many radiators you have in the house. We'll measure
I see what you're saying.
We'll measure the piping, which we really don't have that much access to, and it's all exposed piping. When you have exposed piping on a steam system, you have to take that into account for heat loss.
Exposed piping as in
like this pipe. This is gas, but
this one,
so that's insulated.
Okay.
Right, but the right beyond it is not. Right. So when you have insulated piping in a basement, you don't factor that into the calculation of how big of a boiler you need. When you have no insulation on it, then you have to calculate the size of the pipe and the developed length of the pipe.
Okay.
And then you add in all the radiators. So you may have the equivalent of 3 or 4 radiators on unexposed piping, on uninsulated piping. If you have that, you got to factor that in. And each radiator, you take the size of it, you do a calculation, and it tells you how many BTUs that the boiler is needed to install for a house.
Got it. Oh, that's interesting. I never knew all that.
Yeah, because unlike a hot water heating system, like a regular boiler, like similar to like a water heater, right? You have it's not, but you have baseboard heating, radiant heating, things like that. Then you take into effect a heat loss calculation, like how much BTUs is required for the house, and then you also factor in the total length of baseboard for that room. Listen, you may have too much baseboard or heating for one room, but with steam, it's the radiators.
Got it.
They take precedence. Now listen, if you have a perfectly sized system, and let's say you have a 10 by 10 room and you need X amount of heat, but your radiator is not big enough to give you X amount of heat, then you need a bigger radiator. Make sense?
Okay, that makes sense, yep.
Okay. So we're monitoring the boiler. It's cycling on and off at pressure. We're going to take a look at what Steven's doing in the front, make sure that's not leaking water anymore, because I had to drop that down a little bit ways. And we'll see what's going on. Hopefully we're done, Which
That sounds good here, the steam.
this is the relief valve. And we're going to add a drip leg here, because this... No. Oh yeah, look at that. It's leaking now. May have some debris in there. No, you're good.
Okay.
You're good. We're gonna add a drip leg to here because this wasn't on there. So if this ever went really out on high pressure, steam is just gonna pouring out of it, and it's a hazard. I'm not saying someone to be standing here when it happens, but if it were to happen, at least now it's pointing down. We got the pipe here, and we'll extend down to the ground. Raise that up right there. Lower this down. All right, we made it shorter. Again, temporarily. But what we're noticing, and this is an installation defect, that the boiler, this Whale McLean EG55, is short cycling. It is short cycling because the boiler is too big for the system piping and the radiators that attach to it. So the boiler runs, it quickly gains pressure, which I set to right around 1 psi. It turns off for a couple minutes, the pressure gets utilized, and it turns back on, runs for a few minutes, turns back off. So she's short cycling because she's just too big for the house. There you go, see? So it's gonna run for probably about 2-3 minutes and then turn off. In a properly designed system, and by the way, the pressure troll is now acting as a boiler control instead of a safety device, right? Its primary purpose is, technically speaking, it's a safety device. Yes, it controls pressure, but if the boiler was properly sized for the system piping and the attached, radiators that are on the system, the boiler will run and the system will absorb that pressure and that steam, right, at a rate that this is producing it. So if it's 68 in the house, the thermostat is set for 72, the boiler should run for 20 minutes, a half an hour, building up temperature, creating steam. The steam is being absorbed by the cold radiators and the system runs properly, and maybe it'll go off, look at that, not even a minute. And maybe, just maybe, the pressure troll will kick off on pressure, high pressure, which should be 0.5 or 1 psi. And you're going to see it's going to do this, continuously doing this over and over and over and over again. Short cycling. She's a bad boiler. Bad boiler. Bad Whale McLean. You need a hug. You have any questions?
So, this is temporary, I would say.
Yes.
Because
The pipe.
it's going to be...
Which is basically and it's hot. Right around probably 5'5" off the floor. Again, you want to bring this down and run it along the perimeter wall of that.
Okay.
But get some fiberglass steam pipe insulation, put it on this.
This stuff
Similar to this. Right, but this
1
is
inch?
2 inch. You need it for 1 inch, correct. Anything else? Ask away, I'm here.
Yeah, and
Go ahead.
real quick. I'll continue. Drain the boiler still.
You're gonna drain the boiler. The goal is once a month during the heating season.
I gotta gauge
So
it. Yep.
yes, and you notice the water is yellow, lime greenish color.
Because they're
We added the Surgex to the system. It's a boiler treatment that's trying to help make more drier steam.
got it.
What else? Cycless, monitor how quickly or how frequently you're adding water. If you're adding water every day, every 2 days,
That's gonna cause this stuff here.
no. If you're adding water every day or two, start squirreling away some money. And during the before next season,
Got it.
it's to your own benefit.
Yep.
I'm not here to sell you a new
No.
boiler, but
No, you
I'm here to
give me-
fix if it's fixable.
Yeah, you give
you
me a
can't fix a
assessment.
cracked boiler.
No.
Now they do make, and I'm not saying do this. They do make like similar to an old school car radiator that you pour it into the radiator and it seals up holes. They do make that stuff, but it's mostly designed for commercial boilers. If you put this into the system, you risk clogging everything up,
Yeah,
and then
definitely
you're effed.
Like you always say, get it done right.
Correct.
And that's why.
Yeah, don't pay twice, pay once.
Yep, you're right.
Yeah.
Cool. And everything else is good.
Yep. And just the thing is, she is short cycling, so we have the thermostat lower now, so it's not running. But that's why I wanted you to check, make sure everything is hot, that they're all warm.
Let me check all the way upstairs.
Okay, go ahead, please. I just asked Steven, are any of these our buckets? You know the answer. Mikey Pipes does not shop at Home Depot. And that guy, James Tinnery or whatever, yesterday, he put the Home Depot thing, and he uses Home Depot buckets, so he didn't get the Vito Tech XL tool deck because he uses 5-gallon Home Depot buckets. Like, what are you supporting Home Depot for?
At least it's not slows.
Slows. All warm up there?
Yes. Sorry.
Excellent. So any other questions?
No.
Okay, so we're good. Sure?
Yes.
Okay. Positive?
I think good for now.
All right. All right, we have to give the rules for today's giveaway. I forgot to include that before I was piecing this together in iMovie. So today's giveaway is one free service call. What that means, if you live approximately 5 miles or less from our shop in Valley Stream, New York, all right, Mikey Pipes and Godzilla will come out and give you approximately 1 hour of free service. And if you need a couple bullshit little parts, some material, Mikey Pipes is gonna throw that in on the house. So the rule is, in the comment section, if you want to qualify for this prize, you have to state what town you're located in. So don't say if you live in Queens that I live in Queens, because you can live in Astoria. So if you live in Queens, you live in Rosedale, New York. If you live in Howard Beach, New York. If you live in like Belmore, New York. You get the drift, right? So write down what town you live in and why you deserve to win today's Mikey Pipes 10,000 subscriber 10-day giveaway. All right, that's the only rule. And I am gonna have a drawing live. I'm gonna wait. We're gonna give you guys a few days because it's Friday, right? And Mikey Pipes likes to enjoy the weekend, but maybe Sunday.
I guess you're gonna just have to subscribe.
You're gonna have to subscribe. You're gonna make sure you hit that notification bell because I will post a post over the weekend. It'll be Sunday afternoon, maybe 5 o'clock on Sunday, or maybe I don't know if there's any good football games on. No, football's over. That tells you how much of a sports fan I am, right? But let's aim for Sunday at 5 p.m. I will go do a live stream like I did last night, and we will live pick the winner with the YouTube random comment picker. All right? Those are the rules. Good luck, guys. Be safe. Happy weekend.